I'm Mirella.
Hello, I'm Zoe. Welcome to the Critical Obsession podcast.
Our latest obsession has been a TBL called Dangerous Romance. The episodes are free to watch on YouTube. There will be spoilers, so you should definitely go and watch the series before listening to us fangirl about it.
A little disclaimer, this will contain our personal opinions, random thoughts, and theories. There will be cursing, and also be aware that some of the topics may be adult in nature, and alcohol may be involved.
Our laughter will be painful to listen to, but bear with us. We just watched the latest episode of Dangerous Romance and we want to talk about it.
If you're still here after all this, join us on our downward spiral into our obsessions.
Part 1.
Yep, part 1, episode 8. Do you want to go first?
Sci-fi is full of shit.
Oh my god, I've literally written down, I can't trust him at all. I mean, for 1 second he's like, oh, you can totally trust me, and then he's like, so how much do you think that's worth? It's like, oh my god.
Like, seriously, he just checks out everything in the house and I guess makes lists of things that he can take out or something. Like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
I know, right? Ugh.
Like, he was like this from the beginning. I mean, he doesn't like rich people. He doesn't trust them. He dislikes Kang because he thinks he's a spoiled rich kid, and we saw this in early episodes that he doesn't really have good opinions on.
Well, and of course, obviously, he caused problem in this episode too, didn't he? Because, anyway. But I mean, okay, let's go back to the beginning of this part. Like, Kang going 0 to 100 again with his whole let's sleep together. And I love he's like, I promise not to do anything inappropriate. I'm literally written down, I'm concerned about what he thinks, what he doesn't think is inappropriate. Where does inappropriate begin for him?
I heard Fanja, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I know, it's
cute.
Yeah.
Manipulative little thing.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. He really was watching him sleep like a little, like a creep. Just
yeah, and I love how Salom's like, why are you watching me, you psycho? Because that was totally my reaction to the photo when we saw the photo come out as well. It was like, he's such a little psycho. He's so hilarious. What a weirdo.
So an interesting thing is that apparently, I guess, Salom talked to him, or he.
They had a conversation. Yeah.
The idea is that Salom already liked him when Kang was bullying him.
Yes, because he said, that's right. I love that they're talking about stuff. I mean, I wish we were getting to see more of it, but I love that they were talking. Clearly, they're talking. And I love.
So they're acknowledging that Salom actually really had a crush on him since he was a little child and received that umbrella, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to that part later. I mean, because he's obviously said something along the lines of that he's liked him for a long time, because he basically said that during the kiss it was a mixture of love and hate. And I love that Kang brought up the kiss, because I feel like it's kind of probably needed to be addressed. Whether it was addressed quite the way I would have liked it to be, I don't know, but I do like that they're talking about stuff.
And the thing of can I hug you, Salom being this sounds familiar because and he was like, well, I'll ask you until we graduate. Do you want me to ask you until we graduate? Do you remember the last time this happened? Something similar happened? No, because he asked him before that first kiss that they just talked about. Kang asked him, will you do this or do you want me to bully you until you graduate?
Oh, did he? No, I missed that.
Yeah, and that's why Salom was like, okay, this sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, the night with hugs.
And I mean, Kang was so earnest in this scene. I loved it. They're so cute. They're so cute here.
True.
And then of course we get the next morning. And I'm like, why was Kang being so chaotic? Literally just go in the bathroom.
Exactly.
Why do you try and hide behind the bed and then behind the curtain? What is wrong with him? It's so hilarious.
But of course they have obstacles now because it would be just too easy now. Sci-fi is there to stand in their way.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah.
But it's so fucking funny. I'm just like, oh god. And then the two groups sitting together without them is hilarious. I was just like, why are they sitting together? I love how Pimpa came over and was like, why are you guys together?
Yeah, it's because Kang and Salam made us and they're not even there.
I know, right? Like, you clearly want to sit together, otherwise you just wouldn't. And then the two who are like gonna fight or whatever, and now they're feeding each other. I'm just like, I feel like Max was just like to auto like, what the hell are they doing?
They're freaking hilarious. They're hilarious. But
Yeah.
I love how they all sat at the table, even Bimfar.
Yeah, I thought that's really cute. Like, there's this little
Mhm.
friendship group happening outside of them, and it's like what we were talking about in the in the last podcast, I think, where you said you hope that they sort of intervene if there's problems in the future, and I feel like they probably will, because they've got this own little like group of their own now. If the other two are
Yeah.
acting like idiots, they're going to be like, oh god, we're gonna have to fix it.
I really hope so because I like how they change things outside of their bubble as well. They change
Yeah.
the relationships of other people as well. This is really
Mhm.
nice. I
Yeah,
like it.
and it's a positive change too, not a negative one, so
Definitely.
that's really cool.
Yes.
Okay,
Jup,
and
jup. Not
so
just a
the
jup,
little
jup, jup, jup.
it was so cute. That whole bit was so cute. And then when he was late, and I was just like, he's gonna have a reason. There's no way he would be late
Of
with no
course.
reason. And
Yeah, I
then
mean, something happened with him with his phone as well. I mean, he would have
yeah,
had his phone at least turned on.
yeah, and that's right. And then you've got Safai, who is just meddling basically, because
Yeah,
I think because it looked to me anyway, at least, that Salom was concerned before
yeah,
Safai started talking. Then he got angry. And oh my god, like Kang is not. This is not a I just kept playing and like lost track of time, whatever kind of moment.
hmm,
Because look how devastated he looked when he saw that Salon was like up waiting for him. Like he probably hoped he'd gone to bed or something, you know. I don't know. I guess maybe somebody got hurt or something, and I don't know. I guess we'll find out eventually, perhaps.
yeah.
But
Something happened
he
for sure. Yeah,
did not even let him speak. I was so angry at Salom. I'm just like, let the boy speak. Like,
yeah. But remember that this is his standards. He's going to hurt people because he, his expectations are great, but at the same time, they can be too much
yeah.
when he judges people the way he judges himself.
And I feel like even if Kang doesn't have a great excuse, like maybe he did lose track of time and his phone was on the bench or like whatever, like
Hmm.
you gotta understand. Like, I mean, as you said, Salom is holding him to a standard all of his
Yeah,
own. But it's like this is a boy who's had no one expect anything from him, put no demands on him whatsoever. Like suddenly there's all these demand, like you've got these things that you're going to put on him, and for the most part he's like
doing
totally
a great job.
he's doing, yeah, a great job. And it's
Yeah.
like
Cut
this
him some
is,
slack. I mean, come on.
yeah, like this is something he loves doing, you know what I mean? But I feel like he loves spending time with Salom too, which is what I don't think he would have been late on purpose, even though it was for like even though it was to be tutored. I feel
Like
like
he
he
doesn't
was,
want to disappoint Salome. It's very important for him not to
yeah.
disappoint Salome.
So I
Yeah,
feel like it has to have been, there has to have been a reason. So I'm curious to
yeah.
know what that reason was. But as I said, I feel like he would have been, if Sophia hadn't have been there. I feel like, I mean, he
He would
may have got to
reacted
the
differently.
angry. Yeah, I feel like he may have gotten angry at some point, but I feel like he would have been more concerned when he turned up, sort of thing. And
Sapphire
maybe
is one of
let
things.
him, yeah, maybe let him have a chance to explain. Whereas instead he
Yeah,
was just like, "You haven't changed," like, because, and
yeah,
that's his brother speaking.
yeah. True. Should we go watch the second part?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just like, yeah, I want to see the reconciliation.
All right.
All
Let's go.
right, I'll meet you back. Part
Part
two
two.
of four.
So he took God's advice.
Yeah, I was funny. I
Hope
was watching this bit and I was just like, I wouldn't like, because he felt shit. Obviously, Salome, you could tell he felt shit. But I was just like, I wouldn't have been surprised. Like, I literally wrote down, I won't be surprised if Kang stays mad, which is like now so funny to me. But anyway, because like Salom had to like have other people tell him basically that he should have trusted him and shouldn't be mad, sort of thing. So I was kind of like, a little bit pissed about that, but at the same time, it fits the personality, doesn't it?
But at the same time, couldn't he have called? I mean, come on, his phone died.
He
But
could
if
have,
Guy
yeah,
was there, if
that's
Guy
right.
was there, like, but I guess maybe this is just
I mean, they guys
this
though. That's a girl thing to call and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be late."
is it though? Is it?
I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, like I mean, I get that. Yes, he definitely could have called, but then at the same time he probably didn't answer the phone because he wouldn't have had his phone on him. And I mean, when Salom was ringing him, it would have probably been after they were playing sort of already. But yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Sorry?
know. Maybe I feel maybe they didn't think this moment through. Really, like
Yeah. But I mean,
think they.
if you think from this point of view, like earlier on, like when he left him, he was playing, it was like still daylight. So let's
Yeah.
assume, I mean, I don't know how dark when it gets dark over there, but let's just assume that like it was like 5, 6 o'clock at night, right? So he was obviously playing with just like some randoms, and then guys like, oh, come and play with us and the team, and like maybe, the coach will get impressed or like whatever, which I think is the cutest thing ever. I'm like, oh my god, Kang and Guy bonding. Um and but like and then if he had then just started playing and the coach, like, it's a bit different. Like if it was just them randomly playing as a group, then at any point he could have said like, oh, hang on guys, I just need to ring Salom and tell him I'm going to be late. But like if he was already playing with the team and everything and the coach like at 8 o'clock or before 8 o'clock when he was meant to be going home, it's not like he can just go, oh, like I need to make a phone call. Like if he's playing with the coach to impress the coach, like the coach is not going to give them a break to make phone calls. Do you know what I mean? So I kind of like, if they had actually explained, if Salom had given him the chance to explain, and he had said something like, by the time I realized we were going to be playing till really late, and like I couldn't call because the coach wasn't giving us any breaks or something, that would make complete sense to me. Because I mean, when I used to train for sport and that, if I'd have said to my coach, I just need to make a phone call, unless I was like ringing for an ambulance because my limb was hanging off, I would have got told no.
All right. Okay, I accept it.
But yeah, you're right. GMM didn't do a very good, or whoever didn't do a very good job of kind of explaining that. So, but then at the same time, we didn't actually get the explanation from Kang's point of view because Salom never let him give it. So we're not really ever going to know exactly what he was going to say. But
I love that Scott is so observant. She's a very interesting character.
yeah,
I wish there was more of her.
I wish that in that conversation, like she basically, like she knows. But like I
Yeah.
would have liked an acknowledgement of the fact that she knows. You know what I mean? Like an actual proper, you know, so are you guys dating or something like that kind of conversation.
Mhm.
Because
I think it's weird to talk about like this with the person that you confess your feelings to.
no, I know, but she's so much inserting herself into their story and into their life that I felt like it would have been nice to have something, because at the
It would be
moment it's
nice
kind
for
of
us.
weird. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird if I half expected, like when they were talking and Kang was playing, like practicing football or whatever, to like have him come run up and be like, so what are you guys talking about? Because 5 minutes ago she liked his boyfriend.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
And
Yeah,
Kang
I
is
thought
not
about
the
that when I was watching the trailer for this episode. I was like, would crying just come up? I'm like, what are you talking? What's
yeah,
happening?
because Kang is not the chillest person in the world. Like, and even though he knows that Salom likes him and everything, he's still like, if girls, guys, whatever, he's just like,
Yeah.
what are you talking
My
about?
dance partner.
This is
My
my dance partner. Why are you talking to my dance partner? What are you talking about? So at least if there was some sort of acknowledgement from her, I felt like that maybe it would have been a conversation. Or I would actually like that though, not with Salom, with Kang, her and Kang.
Yeah,
I would like a
because they're
conversation.
friends. Yeah,
Yeah,
because they're friends. Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe we'll have that in the future. Who knows?
maybe. And
Another
a
thing
bit
that
like,
friends gets
like
involved in order to solve their problems.
yeah, she could be like, this is why we're such good friends, because we both like the same things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Well,
and then Safai
Sapphire
getting the
Sapphire is
cream.
ruining Goomba for me. For example, like I was when that doctor gave him the spray, I was like, he's going to steal it, isn't he? Like, he's going to hear it.
I know,
It's
right? I
expensive,
had
and
the
he's going to
exact
go
same
and
reaction. I was just like, how is he gonna like get away with this? Like, because
sell it somewhere.
the doctor will be like, I gave it to him.
Yeah.
But I had the exact same thing. Oh my god, Kang's father does not like him.
Yeah, it
I'm
does
like,
not like him.
because we haven't really had that reaction from his father to Salom. So
Oh yeah.
it's like I had this thought while I was watching it. One snake recognizes another.
Yeah, because it's very interesting because this superficial thing that Kang was doing with the bullying, like it does come from somewhere. I mean, is he such a why are we assuming that he's a good person? Like, are we assuming that Kang's dad is a good person and does
Well,
everything
I don't
right?
think we are, because we've had multiple
Right?
discussions about and like theorizing
Yeah,
about like what if he is actually a bad guy.
yeah, yeah.
I don't
And
know
the
whether
idea
we've
that
actually
what
talked
what
about it
if
in the
the money?
podcast,
No,
but
we
we've
didn't
definitely
talk
talked
about
about
it.
it.
This theory about what is the money that Salom has to pay ultimately get into Kang's dad's pocket. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I just thought it was interesting, like the way he looked at him, and then even like Salom's reaction to it. Not Salom, Sapphire's reaction to it. Now that could just be part of his like rich people suck kind of reaction, or
Mm-hmm.
it was like he knows the father's secret. What if there is a secret? I don't know. I just was like, wow, okay, Kang's father
Yeah,
doesn't really like him. And
yeah, that
then
was weird.
with when he actually gave grandma the spray, I was like, good for you, Sapphire.
I
And then
was so
when she
relieved.
gave it back to him, I was
She's
like,
so
wow, look
nice.
at that. He did the right thing and he was rewarded. I love grandma so
Uh,
much, I swear.
yeah, and his expression was interesting when that happened. Like
Well,
he was not
maybe,
really happy to discover that she's nice.
but also maybe as well, like I feel like perhaps he's not been in a place where, like he's used to doing underhanded things to get things, and in that instance he did the right thing and got something for
Hmm.
like for no other reason other than that this
Yeah,
person is a good person
the good
and
person.
is considering that his needs. And it's
Yeah.
like maybe he's going about this the wrong way, but like I don't feel like I don't think he's thinking that, but I just feel like maybe he's surprised because he's not used to that. I
Yeah.
feel like he always probably gets off on the wrong foot because he always ultimately assumes that that's the only way he can get something.
Did he feel guilty?
Yeah, I don't know. I
Sometimes.
mean, his expression
We'll
was
see.
definitely interesting. I guess we'll have to
Yeah,
wait and
very
see. But
interesting.
the thing
And
is that I
then,
feel like if he just did his job and took care of her and, like whatever, I feel like grandma's going to take care of him.
yeah,
Like, because she's not dumb. She knows that the debt is ultimately his. Like, she must know that. And I feel like, she's put these conditions on, Kang's tutoring and Salom and everything. But that was more about because, like, Kang desperately wanted her to come up with a solution, basically that Salom would
hmm,
Salom would accept, in
hmm,
regards to help paying off the debt and everything. And
yeah,
so she's done that. But I mean, ultimately, I feel like if Sapphire took care of her, looked after her, whatever, that he would sorry, that she would probably like resolve the debt in that way, when it got to that time, rather than, necessarily having to hold Salom to his promise or whatever. Because I feel like she ultimately
about
just wants to
this.
help.
I don't know about them. I don't know about this stuff, but it's undeniable that she is a nice person. She wants to take care of them. Maybe she's like kind of like adopting them at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, that's right. I mean, I feel like, well, I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe not the absolving debt, but I feel like she would, yeah, take care of them. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he's definitely going to bite the hand that feeds him. That's for sure. I don't trust him at all. But
yeah,
I
no.
wish he would chill out, man.
And then we have
Anyway,
some training Kang
oh my
and
god. Oh no,
my
before
debts are
no
my
wait,
problems thing.
before all of that. Oh yeah, yeah. We have that's right. Well, I loved King bonding with Guy. That was the first thing. But then I was so mad because Kang forgave him straight away. I was like, of course he did. He's just like my precious
Yeah,
boyfriend who can do no wrong.
you're not wrong,
Yeah,
exactly.
and I was like,
I
I
guess
was
he was right getting mad at me because he's perfect.
Yeah, and he's like now he's doubting himself. But like I feel like this causing problems in the future because he should not. I feel like have let Salom get away with speaking to him like that and not giving him a chance to like speak up. And him changing his mind about football, Kang being worried about Salom's debt, and then I'm like the sentence that there's two sentences in this scene that I feel like because now that we know that they like to repeat things back to each other after the whole
Hmm.
graduate thing, um
Hmm.
the when Salom says to him, "How do you think I'd feel knowing that I'm the one crushing your dreams?" And I'm like, well, Kang threw these words back to him when he finds out about the fact that Salom's been recommended to study overseas, like what he should have been doing to study overseas.
I
And
feel like
then
he might fail his exams, Salom, this time because he spent so much time helping Kang and not focusing on himself.
maybe it could be that,
Yeah.
or as I said, it could just be I feel like because we had those conversations, like if at some point, the student teacher or whatever mentions something about, how Salom should have done this and then blah blah blah, and Kang finds out about it, like I wouldn't be surprised if we get a revisit of those words. And then of course we also had the my debts are my
My
problem.
problems. Yeah.
And I just went, well, we have our answer then as to what his attitude is about that. So, like, he's
Exactly.
obviously
Yeah.
going to, yeah, later on when, if the, what do you call it? The escorting stuff and all that, when that all comes up again, it's going to
Yeah,
be
this
a
is
case.
yeah, this is how I see it. Like he thinks it's his problem and he's not going to consider someone else's feelings regarding this because it's his thing. Like it takes so
Yeah.
much place in his life and into his thoughts and
Well, I mean,
influences
he thinks it's his, well, not only that, but he thinks it's his responsibility to resolve it. He's not going to put that
on anyone else.
on
Yeah.
Kang. I mean, he's basically just said to Kang, I'm not putting that on you. Like, this is
Yeah.
your stuff is separate from my stuff, which is drama.
And
And then all the windmill stuff where they were like playing around and spinning and
that
stuff,
was
like
so
my
cute that
oh
he
my god, my
finally said that directly to Salam. I was waiting for that.
and my cheeks were aching because I was smiling so big. And I'm just sitting in my room at like 8 a.m. in the morning smiling like a lunatic. Then we got the bit where Salom waking him up for his scheduled
Yeah.
training, and I love how he's just like he's drawn all these windmills all over it, but I love how he's just like Kang's like, well, I have to get up just for that, and he's like, oh no, hang on, it didn't unfold. It's like 6 meters long. I laughed so much. I was just
He's
like,
very serious about it. Like
yeah,
he's dedicated to resolve all of Kang's problems, and he doesn't. It's funny how he doesn't see that he's not letting Kang help him in a way. Like he's not going accepting that, and
yeah.
he doesn't see how this just doesn't will not work.
No, that's right. They need to help each other, but instead in this respect, I mean, maybe he's like working off that whole like he's trying to build Kang up so that you know he's somewhat self-sufficient, and then once he has built Kang up, then they can be more reliant on each other. I don't know, but yeah, it's just I mean the
I don't think
training.
that's that's his thought process. I really doubt it. I feel
I
like
feel
he
like
just
yeah, he's all about
dedicated
Kang.
himself.
What can I do for Kang? Yeah. And it's hilarious because Kang wants to be exactly the same way. And all of the things like and from Kang's point of view, the things that he has to offer, Salom rejects. So like his money, his you know what I mean? So like yeah. This is where the drama's
You
gonna
know,
come
it's
from.
funny because Kang is basically focused on making himself better, and Salom is also focused on making Kang better. No one is focused on making Salom better right now,
I know, right? And I
and
mean,
this is the
I think the
problem.
problem is because Salam is self sufficient, so he's just like he thinks he can deal himself, and then Kang is so like blinded by his love, he thinks that Kang is like he thinks that Salam is perfect, so
Yeah,
he's
he
not seeing
thinks his
this.
judgment is how do you say it? Infallible.
Infallible. Yeah. But he
He
also
said
feels.
he's
I
infallible.
also feel like he thinks because of the way this easy like acceptance, of Salom's apology for like this misunderstanding between them and that. I feel like he also feels like Salom's judgment of him is warranted, and it's like, dude, you're not that
Yeah, like
bad.
deserves that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, because
anyway, and then the training while learning, I thought was brilliant. But like, you got Kang sleeping, and it's just like, it's, and I like the bit with the drink, like getting him, like like you have to earn the drink thing, and then we like almost had the almost kiss, and it's just like, I'm like, damn product placement. Because let's be honest, if it wasn't for the product
that
placement,
was
Kang
cruel.
Kang
That was
totally
cruel.
would have kissed Salom. He's like, there's no way he would have given up a drink. I mean, so giving up a kiss for a drink.
But saying I justify that with the idea that maybe he was a bit pissed and tired and like tried to tease him or something because Salom looked totally ready for that kiss.
Yeah,
But yeah, like
maybe because they do like teasing each other. But I really just think it was because of product placement. I feel like the character itself would have just been like, I feel like he would have like looked at the drink, grabbed it, but then also kissed him.
mhm.
I feel like that was a product placement thing. But well, I mean, we did get the cute little kiss on the cheek, the little sniff kiss, which I think
And
in their
then
culture is like just as big as like a kiss kiss. It's because it's not a thing for us. I think like the sniff. I think they're
there's
cute,
a
but
lot of homes
we don't have
homes
the yeah
thing.
we don't have the homs in our culture. So but
And him hurting his leg
yeah,
before the trials.
and Kang
Just
sulking when he wasn't giving him the encouragement that he wanted. He's like, encourage me like a boyfriend would, and he just patted him on
a
the head.
lover. I translated it to a lover.
Oh, it's so funny. Like I love how Kang's sulking and then like just being super cute. He's like little like, oh my leg hurts, and then giving him the like I love you sign. Oh, why are they so cute with their cuddles? Like for real.
Very natural. Very
Mm,
good. Yeah. Good chemistry.
I know. I loved
All
it.
right,
And so now we're up to part 3. So let's
let's
get
go.
on to that. All right. I'll meet you back. Hey,
Hey. So why are the dum-dums so cute now?
I don't know, but I'm still
So
laughing.
cute.
It's like been 5 minutes or something, and I'm still laughing about the end bit. All right, part 3 and 4.
The three or
But yeah,
four.
as I said, still laughing at the
Nova
dum dums.
is flirting so hard.
Oh,
Like just
well,
oh my god.
it's really funny because this part started with them flirting and ended with them flirting.
Flirting, exactly.
I'm like got here Nava and Guy flirting.
I was half sure they were going to make out in that bathroom as well.
I seriously, I thought, don't tell me we're going to get a proper, like a real full on proper kiss from them before we do get one from Kang and Salom. And I was just like, it's totally going to happen. And then it didn't. I was just like, wait, what?
It
But
was
yeah,
basically in the bathroom again.
I know, right? Like, what is it with the bathroom? I'm kind of glad they didn't kiss in the bathroom because that's like, that's Kang and Salom's special place. But I mean, I guess it makes sense because it's like literally the only time that they're alone. I mean, they had that whole cute session in the bathroom too when they were drunk in the club. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you could say bathrooms are kind of their place too.
That bathrooms are really a thing in this series.
Yeah, it's so funny. But yeah, so we had them flirting, and then we had Kang struggling.
Please let me try. He said, please let me try. Like he's asking for Salom's permission, but Salom does this thing again. Like, how, like, how can I control you? It's basically the same thing that he has said in was it episode 3 or episode 4 episode 4 when Kang asked, like, why
Yeah, make
did
me.
you
Yeah,
put more pressure on me when you knew that your pay our tutoring depends on me passing all the exams or not. And Salam said something like,
yeah. You wouldn't listen to me.
"You
Do like I have
anything
zero influence over you. Yeah.
over you." Yeah, and this is what he did again here. But Kang, this time Kang basically gave him this thing like directly. Like, please let me try.
Mm.
He
Yeah, he
gave him
basically said to Salom, like, uh, this my entire my entire being is under your control. I need permission.
exactly. Oh, and the spray is product placement, I guess.
Ah, must be, yeah, because we're seeing it
It's
again.
such a good
I love how he's like, should I be thinking you, your brother, or grandma?
film. Your
I
brother
mean,
or grandma, and so if Salom is like me,
me,
like
yeah,
me.
that's right. They're so sweet. But while I was watching this, I was thinking, like, I mean, even though he sort of comes and plays better towards the end, which I will talk about in a minute, but in this first half of the training or whatever, the tryout, he did really, really badly, and so I'm
Mhm.
guessing this is probably why we find out later on that the father paid money or something to get him on the team, because, like, probably even though he does start playing better later on, like, he probably would not have made this team unless they were like desperate and their coach had already, like, was basing it off of previous skill, like, and not what he actually
Mhm.
did in this training session. He probably wouldn't have
And
made the team.
they did take Navai into the team.
Yeah, because they had to.
But also his dad basically doesn't really need to pay anyone for this. He can just ask for a favor. Is he
Well,
doing that?
true. Okay, I mean, yeah. Oh, it's not. I don't know that it. I can't remember if it was mentioned. Money was mentioned. I thought it was mentioned. Um,
Was it?
yeah, I thought it
But we'll
was.
see, I guess.
Yeah. But I could be wrong. But yeah, you're right. He has the influence enough to say, um, you know, put him on the team, sort of thing. I mean, look at that other teacher when the bullying was happening. He was
Exactly.
like, try, like, in his own way trying to bend over, sort of thing. Um, and then of course
So
we had the
the dad,
missing watch. Yeah, and I
oh
was
my
right.
God,
It's so funny because, like, my notes changed here, like, so dramatically really quickly. Like, I had written down here, so I'm like, Sophia might have changed, but now
I
he
don't know.
won't, because like, he's already being accused of something, so he might as well just help himself. And then we got the scene with grandma, and
The
it's
dad
just
sucks.
like,
I just want to say that he just sucks.
oh yeah, his father's horrible. But yeah, and he's
Dating
just like,
someone like this and accusing someone and like
yeah, like, he
considering that
already, yeah,
yeah, it's
he
and
was
he knew
already
he might
doubting
have
him.
been hurt by Sefa, and that's really cruel.
Yeah,
If there's a possibility that he's not,
a bad person or whatever.
that he did not do that.
Yeah. And I love grandma believing in him. Like, I love that. I love that for him.
It's
But
just as you said. Remember, you were talking about how he did all those things because he did them for he changed. He morally is, let's say, gray because he had to provide for Salam. He did not have the luxury of being morally right and perfect like Salam is trying to be.
and I also think
So this is her
probably,
asking, what would you do? Like, how do you care? How much do you care for Salam? This is her asking, proving that she understands this, that she understands why he's like this.
I think so too. And I feel like also she's saying to him, I realize that you wouldn't jeopardize, I can't say the word, jeopardize,
Guys.
yeah, the Salom's position in their household by doing something wrong, because even
Yeah.
though if he does something wrong, even though Salom has not had a part in it, it will color how
Mhm.
they treat him and things like that, and how he would feel being still left in that household if they had to have his brother arrested or like whatever. And it's interesting to go back to the bit where you were saying, like, he didn't have the luxury to be morally, you know um considerate, let's call it, because he didn't. And also what this scene showed me, like, her being kind to him and everything, and his reaction to it showed me that since their parents died or whatever, he has had it really, really hard. No one has been kind to him for, like, no reason.
No, that scene actually made me like I was on this road as well with you. Like I feel sorry for him now, and she knows he did it for Salam, and blah blah blah. And then I had this note like, oh my God, what if something actually happens with her and
Oh
they
my
kind
god,
of
I
get
wrote the
changed?
same thing. I've gotten here. Wait, maybe I've written, oh no, maybe something's really gonna happen to grandma, because I'm like, I feel like now, because in this scene it makes it look like he would not do something bad as long as grandma is supporting him.
Yeah.
So if grandma, the only reason for grandma not to support him is if grandma's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So what if what
And what
really
if he
happens?
gets blamed?
Yeah. What about what?
What
Remember we said
happens?
maybe the people they owe money to find out they're there and come to the house and do something to grandma, and he gets blamed for it.
Oof. Like it's always like this. Like I don't know how it is in real life, but in movies, for example, like even more movies are based on real life. Like
Yeah.
it's never enough. They always want more. Like you give them what you owe them, but they always want more. And especially if they know that you have
More.
resources to give
Yeah.
more.
And it's, oh my God, that would be
Oh,
so devastating because it feels like he's actually like learning something and like, oh my God, he's getting so much in this moment. And if
okay, but
something
I
bad,
stopped because I said this. I was on this road, but at the same time, in the end, when he asked for a hug, I was a bit suspicious because I feel like it's very hard for people who have these strong beliefs about certain types of people to act like this suddenly. I don't
yeah,
know.
maybe. I think I mean as well. It's like I think it's what I said to you the other days. Maybe he sees her differently because, like I said to you, I wouldn't be surprised if to like if we were to find out, or I mean they'll never tell us this, but like if her history is she wasn't born into money because she sees the world
Looks like
differently.
this. Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like she sees him, and maybe that's the thing that's different, the fact that she sees him. But I get what you're saying, like he has like huge prejudice against rich people, so for him to like do a complete 180 would be suspicious. But I don't know, I'm curious to know now if
Let's
this
see.
really will
Yeah.
change him, and the thing that triggers the bad, and it may be as well that he
Like a
doesn't
villain
actually do
story, like
anything.
origin villain
Yeah,
origin
he's villain.
story.
Yeah, that's
He
right. He's
gets
villain story. Yeah.
blamed.
Or it may be that he doesn't even do anything bad, but the father just ultimately
Okay.
accuses him of hurting her, and she's not well enough or she's not alive enough to be able to defend him, and so he can't defend himself because let's face it, the father does not trust him,
Yeah.
and so ultimately he gets blamed. But the thing is apparently
Okay.
there's CCTV, so that could
Mhm.
be easily be disproven. But like maybe he does do something if something happens to grandma, or if grandma's opinion changes of him for some reason, and it becomes like he gets angry because he
Mhm.
becomes disillusioned by it again. I don't know. He definitely in this episode I did like a complete like roundabout on my
I'm sorry
feelings
about
to
that.
him
Yeah.
emotionally. And now I'm like,
Mhm.
and now after talking to you about it, I'm like, now I'm not, now I'm confused. I literally wrote on here, I'm so
Yeah. I'm
confused by him.
confused. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, if he is not to blame and he gets arrested, and Salom needs money to help him, and then he is not able to ask for. What if Salom actually thinks that he did something wrong, but he still wants to help him, and he cannot ask for money from Kang or help,
Yeah.
besides the fact he thinks it's his problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the
What
other
if
thing is
he
as
won't
well,
think?
is if something
Yeah,
bad does happen and the father's like, it was totally him or whatever, and we get the whole escort thing, we get the whole drama with him and Kang and all the rest of it. And what if it's like a case of Kang like going and looking at the like eventually remembering that they have CCTV apparently, and being the one that like proves he didn't do anything wrong or whatever. That could be interesting too. I don't know. I'm just like, oh my God. And
I feel
then
like the CCTVs will be someone will fuck with them, so
yeah,
they will be available when they are actually needed.
yeah. And
That's
then of
usually.
course we had Kang struggling again on the football pitch, like playing the game, being all sore, and and then Salon being like, "You can do it," and suddenly he's healed.
Yeah,
It was like magic.
suddenly.
The wind has magically healed the windmill, and I was just like, I literally have a bunch of like ha 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 because I'm
I
just
just
like,
have so much. I had so much. I was like, yeah, okay, this just fits them. Really
it
fits
does,
them.
it does.
The most notes I had about the surprisingly many notes about the Nava and Guy
Oh
because
yeah.
of giggles, and I was like, they're going to make out.
Well, I mean the bit with the just before we get to that, the bit with Salom and Kang, I mean, as I said, it doesn't fit them, because if you think about, like, if you feel like shit already anyway, like if you're someone who doubts yourself and then you hurt yourself, or there's some sort of, like, you're trying to do something and then suddenly there is a roadblock in front of you, you become more defeated and less, like, enthusiastic and just everything, because you already have that mindset of, like, I suck and I can't do this. So everything becomes harder, everything hurts more, everything, you're more tired, you're like, you sleep for 12 hours straight. You forget to get up and watch the episode of Dangerous Romance. Like, there's all these things that happen. And so, like, it kind of fits anyway, because, like, yeah, his leg hurts or whatever, but he kind of has that defeatist, I suck attitude. And so when Salom's like, you can do it, he's like, yeah, I can. And suddenly it doesn't hurt so much.
He cannot be wrong. Like,
Yeah,
he
that's
can do
right.
no
I
wrong.
can totally do
Someone
this.
says
Oh, my
it
leg's
means I can do
broken,
it.
but I'm the best footballer player ever. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then of
Let's go watch
course,
the last one. Oh, okay.
no, sorry, what were you gonna say?
I thought that was it. I was going to
Yeah. Oh,
suggest.
oh, yeah. And then I was gonna say, oh my god, the fight. I was just like, the countdown.
Oh my
2
god.
point whatever. And when he
Like,
actually
they're really
said the number
flirting now.
2, when he said the number 2, his voice broke, and I was just like, whoa.
I was like, how can I avoid this?
Yeah, and then when he says,
How
like,
how can
the
I flirt
friends,
my way out of this?
yeah, the friends coming in and being like, you guys are on the same team now. I like to, like, just, okay, now that we've averted that crisis, should we go and get some food? Oh yeah, that sounds great. Like, they're hilarious as well.
I love how Max and Otto are not just hanging out together and like.
He's like, where do you want to eat? I don't know, let's go here. And then yeah,
I
the
feel
other
like they're so over the drama between these two
between
guys.
these two, yeah.
Yeah.
They're just like, just kiss already. And I'm actually surprised that hasn't been a suggestion from Otto, because I still feel like Otto is just, like, basically shipping everybody at this point. And then the bit where he's like, that's good, because I don't want to fight you anymore, I want to do something else. And they did the, like, whistling noise. Like how in K-drama, not K-drama, in
Yes,
BLs they
yes.
use the sound effects, like when someone's horny, they play the horse neighing and all this sort of stuff. And I've always thought that was super lame, and it's always really bothered me. They did, like, the woo kind of, like, whistle noise, and I just about died laughing. I was just like, okay, well, that was hilariously funny and, like, totally fit this moment.
Seriously, they're so fun. I love them. I want more of them. Can this series just last like 20 episodes and include more stuff?
I know, right? Well, because the other thing is as well that I thought was going to happen in this scene, especially when, like, when Nava was going to the toilet to fight. I'm just like, of course they're going to fight in the toilet again. But when he was going, and Max is just like, are you still really going to do this? You didn't make the team, blah blah blah. And Guy looked so serious, but kind of like not serious, like not sad, but kind of like, I don't know. He just seemed really serious. And so I was half expecting him to, like, try and console Nava about not making the team. Like, I was like, this is not going to be the moment that Nava's expecting, because he's going to be all like, I'm sorry you didn't make the team. And then, of course, that didn't happen. But instead, it was just as funny.
It's so funny how they're like fighting, but at the same time they're so concerned about each other. Like, oh, we're going to fight, but please take care of yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
I
let
know,
me
right?
help you.
They're so, and it's all just so flirty. But, like, when he started the countdown, he's like, 3, 2, 2.6, 2.5. And the others come in, and it's like, they're like, oh, thank God for that. Part 4. Give me a reward.
Yeah, I'm like, now you have the habit to ask for rewards. I'm like, yeah, you created this approval-seeking monster.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, yeah, that's right. You totally did this all on your own. I love how he's like, if it's not dirty, I might consider it. I'm just like, I feel like it's going to be like 25% dirty. And then not Kang like stripping him. And him being like, you said it wasn't dirty. And like he wants his scent, and I was just like, 100%, he's a weirdo. I
It
love it
just
so much.
it just broke my heart with I'm not just a spoiled kid, rich kid anymore, right? And then the
Yeah, I
cry.
wrote, oh damn. And I'm like, he's crying. I'm like, and then I literally wrote in brackets, I hate his dad because I knew it was coming. So
My note says I hate the dad. Really, I do.
yeah, and then we got hit the dad scene with Safai, and I was just like, I hate his dad again. I don't
Yeah,
trust him like at all. Him giving him that watch, I'm just like, what if he lies and says he
so
stole it?
condescending and humiliating
Sorry.
to me. That looked humiliating and condescending to me. Giving
Yeah,
him watch. What the fuck? Why are you giving him the watch? Like it's your watch, first
yeah,
of all. Or using it. It's not even a new watch you can give as a
yeah,
gift. And then after accusing him of trying to steal the watch and firing someone who took the watch, now you're giving this to him. This is very,
yeah.
very wrong. Like it's
Well,
so wrong.
I was just like, and I was also suspicious because I'm like, I don't trust him. Like, I would not put it past him. Like, if something does happen later on, and he'd be like, oh, and he stole this watch. Like, I feel like he
Mhm.
would like use it as extra evidence against him or something. I don't know. I just, yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like him. I don't like him.
He
And
made
then,
him feel cheap, and
yeah,
like that was his asking for forgiveness, making Sefa feel cheap.
yeah.
Nice job.
I know, right? And then we go to the school, and Kang is so excited. And then they see the father's car, and he's still excited because he thinks for once his father is there for him. What a fucking joke that was.
He just couldn't let him have it. He couldn't let him be happy. Like
No.
what the fuck did like
And you know
the
what? For a
guy?
second, I thought, well, maybe it's a misunderstanding because, like, maybe, he's totally the kind, like, that rich kind of person thing is totally the kind of person who would be like, oh, my son's on the team now. Here's a donation so he can be playing with better equipment, or like, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's once again, it's all about like, you know, um,
I took it as maybe he got on the team. Maybe it wasn't his father's doing that he got on the team, but him saying like, "Please take care of my son," like
mm,
that. That
yeah.
is not okay.
Yeah, that's not good. So at first I thought I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I don't know why, because honestly, like he's given us no
Mhm.
reason to give him the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. But it'll be interesting to see if he has a if Kang actually has a heart to heart conversation, say with the coach or something, which I doubt it because we've not really seen the coach as a character or anything at this point.
Mhm.
But like a conversation where he's actually told that no, I chose you because you're a good player and
Maybe
you
or
worked hard
Nava or someone.
or
Maybe
something
with
like
Nava
that.
papers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe Guy will say to. I mean, like I'm
got
sure
it.
Guy wouldn't have said to him like try out for the team if he thought he was shit and it was a waste of time. Like Guy's not that kind of person.
Yeah, we have been giving the dad the benefit of the doubt for a while now, but him
Yeah.
saying a kid like you can't accomplish anything,
Oh my god, I
that
hate him
was
so
super
much. And
awful.
then
Like,
Ken crying. I'm so glad though that he expressed himself to his father finally and said
and
like
like,
how are you like this? Why can't you
what is the
expect anything?
reason? Why does he hate his kid so much? Like, what the fuck happened?
I don't
Like,
know.
this is not normal at all. Like, he has a grudge or something. Something happened.
I want to know.
Maybe
I
he's
want to know how
connected to
his
the
mum died.
mother.
I
Exactly.
really want to know how his mum died because I kind of feel like his father blames him, and that
Yeah,
doesn't
me
really make sense because like a lot of the time when parents like one parent blames the other parent, like the child for like their death or whatever, it's like the kid the wife died during childbirth or like something stupid like
too.
that, but like he was clearly a kid when his mum died, so I don't know, maybe something happened, maybe she was going to pick him up from school or like I don't know, like I don't know, it seems really weird. He's not a fan of his son, like, and it's
Yeah.
just he's not a bad kid, like he up until like the bullying shit he was not a bad kid, and it's like his father hitting me, oh my god, I hate him even more for that, but
Yeah. He basically his Salom, I mean Kang's feeling of being worthless, this whole attitude that he has about himself is based not even on his father not having expectations, but on his intuition that his father actually does consider him worthless.
yeah, Well, I mean, we've seen that. We now actually know
He
that. He's
directly said
literally
that to
just
him.
fucking
Yeah,
said it to him. Oh my god, I
directly.
could not
That
believe
was
it.
just,
And I mean,
yeah,
then the flashbacks that we had, now this was a good use of flashbacks. The
yeah,
flashbacks of him realizing that he was acting like his father and stuff in the beginning with Salom. The fact that he was like, it wasn't just flashbacks of him and his dad, but rather the way he was talking to Salom and the way he spoke to Salom. And also we got the whole like flashback of like him basically talking about like being able to buy anything and that, and this is so gonna, it is so, Castle North Face is North Face, it is so going to come back and bite him in the butt later on. Like that fact that they showed that again as well. You know, we I was talking on Tumblr and even in the last podcast about how I replied to Kester North Face on Tumblr about, you know, would that come back to bite him in the butt later on, sort of thing. And I'm like definitely feeling like it's going to come up again, because they have in this episode reused a lot of lines, or given us a lot of lines that definitely can
yeah.
be like reused. Wow, I can't English.
I used to despise it, but I'm starting to like it now. Yeah.
Yeah, all that
Yes.
sort of stuff. But like, oh my god,
Mhm.
I hate his dad so much. Kang, and this bit, this is what I meant. Like, by the Kang saying, "I have nothing left," and then Salom saying, "You have me." That's like direct quotes from later on. Um,
Yeah. The
where
trailer.
Salom says, "I have nothing left," and Kang says, "You have me." Like that's, yeah. So, and I actually kind of love that, because you could say like I saw a post and I wish I had saved it because I kind of wanted to rant about this person. Um but they said like it's lazy writing, and I'm like, it's so not lazy writing, because they're
He's
using it
lazy
in the
writing.
right way. Like, and not only that, what they're showing us by them doing this is that they pay attention, they listen to each other. When one person speaks, they're actually like paying attention. Whereas like so often when we're in relationships, we hear about like 50% of what our partner is saying, because the rest of the time we're busy or we're like whatever, or you know, we don't, or we just flat out don't care what they're saying, or we don't agree or whatever, so we don't retain any of it. Like they are listening and they're retaining to the important moments in each other's lives, and that's really really kind of cool. So but yeah, Kang, when he said "you have me," the way Kang like instantly calmed, and his whole "I'll go with you," but and he says, "But my father might kick you out," and he says, "I don't care about that." So like
But
he's
basically,
basically,
look, he was feeling worthless. He was feeling guilty for the way he was before. And what he thought in that moment was that, or the idea that his father tried to force on him, is that he means nothing without his father's money.
yeah, and he's like, "I don't care
Basically,
about any of that." Like, yeah.
yeah, and Salam basically says he chooses Kang instead of Kang's money.
Yeah, he's only there for Kang. So, and it's funny because we talked about the comment in the original trailer where he says, um, whatever he says to him, where he says something like, "I was only here for the
They woke
money" or
up.
something. And
Oh yeah, yeah.
I literally have written in brackets, "Oh my god, the money comment from the original trailer." If he really wants to hurt Kang at any point in time, that would do it now. Because they've had this conversation, that would
Yeah,
literally do it. I feel like he would later on be able to go, Salam's not like really like, and eventually he would, once he was, the hurt went away and or the anger or whatever from the response from
yeah,
that, he would like intellectually be able to go, oh well, Kang's Salam's not actually like that, and like
yeah.
work it out on his own. But initially, like the hurt from that, because like he
Yeah,
wants
if
it not to be about that.
the emotions are high, if they want to hurt each other, that would be a really effective thing to say to Kang to make him feel worse and to
Yeah,
hurt him and to push him away. Yeah,
yeah. So, and then like, oh my god, Perth's acting in this, wow. I mean, both of them really, but Perth is like 10 out of 10, like for real.
I agree. It was
So
amazing.
yeah, and then we had this weird little add-on scene, which I was just like, wait, what? I feel like this scene belongs to episode 7, not episode 8. Because him going like, "Do you
Yeah, I
like
was like,
me?"
why is it there?
Yeah, "Do you like
What's
me?" Like,
happening?
I'm like, does he like you? Like, they're already like, you're already in a relationship. I felt it was a bit strange to tack that on there, but I'm just going to assume it belongs to episode 7. But I love how Kang, once again, we get to see how Kang loves showing things to Salom, like loves teaching him just as much as he loves learning from him. So I loved that as well. Then we got the preview, and I was just like, kiss, 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 kiss.
Oh yeah.
I clearly have a one track mind, but I'm just like, I actually was super excited because it also looks like it's Salom who's going to kiss him, and I was like, oh, I'm going
Yes,
to
I
live
love
for
that.
this.
I want that.
Yes,
I was going to say that I want to see Salome take charge in
yeah, take
this when it
initiative.
came to the team
Yeah, because
initiative. Yeah,
Kang is so, we already know Kang is like so down, and he's like, I feel like he's a horny little bugger too. So like he's just so down for it. He's like, and so he has initiated. Yeah.
he's just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah. So I'm totally excited about a Salom initiated kiss. I
Yeah,
literally have got kiss, 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 kiss
yeah.
written
Because
for
I
like
was
half a page.
considering. I was thinking about it. I was thinking because they put so much, they created so much suspense regarding this and with the first kisses and everything, and I was like thinking what would be a good kiss between them, what would be a good first kiss.
Mm.
And my imagination, it would be Salome initiating it.
Mm. And I
Yeah.
feel as well, if Salom initiates it, we've come full circle as well, because of the very first kiss, even though it was like a wrong kiss, it was from Salom as well, and we now know that there were feelings there too. So I'm like, I feel like it brings it full circle. So and because of obviously it means something now too. But yeah, so the trailer, we had the whole no money comment, which we saw in the main preview, I think, like about, and once again he says, you know, I like you. And once again, bringing that up means that the potential comment in the future about the money thing may actually happen, because it's being brought up again. So, but yeah, and I feel like it's funny because we talked about that this was probably the last episode where they were going to be like happy in their little bubble, and it looks like it's actually going to be next episode. And then after that, the shit's going to hit the fan, because after episode 9, there's only going to be what, 10, 11, 12. I'm like, how is there only 4 episodes left?
No,
I
no.
know, right?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You're like, I'm in denial. I'm like,
I don't know what numbers are, what is for.
yeah, what is for? But yeah, they seriously, this is definitely one of those dramas where like they totally could have done a couple extra episodes. I mean, give us a couple extra episodes so we can have a good
Maybe we'll
um
have, like My Sky or something.
oh yeah, or like a special episode or something. They totally could do that with
Mm-hmm.
this for sure.
But
Um
maybe not, because this is such a self-sufficient story. I feel like maybe it would hurt the story if they add
yeah.
something to it.
As
I
long
don't
as they
know.
don't,
It
yeah,
doesn't end yet, but I feel like the creators might have, if they do a good job, they finish the story neatly, and we don't
yeah,
need something
that's right.
additional.
If it's not rushed or like whatever, it should be okay. But I mean, I'm like, we're episode 8. We have 4 episodes left as well. I would have thought the secondary couple would have hooked up by now too, and so I'm like, and that didn't happen. So maybe
I
next
think
episode.
yeah, maybe next episode, because we're going to jump from Kang and Salom being doing whatever they do to these two
Or
guys, I think.
maybe they'll wait until after like Kang and Saloma like having drama, because that will add some, like, you know,
Lightness.
lightness to the episodes. Yeah, maybe. And also it makes it more complicated, doesn't it? Like if your friends are dating and then like you hook up and then like they're having drama and you're like, oh well, we can't tell everyone we're dating now because that would be super awkward. Like it
Yeah.
could be that sort of thing as well. So, but we'll see. I really do hope that they don't have drama. Like I feel like I hope that their drama is with other people, but I can see that, yeah, it's the possibility is definitely there. This I'm going to enjoy watching this episode again, except for the bits with the father,
Me
because
too.
I just want to stab him.
I cannot, like, is he the villain of the story? Like,
I don't know.
I
Like I
can't
just,
see, is he going to change somehow? What will happen for him to change? Because if the grandma, if something happens to the grandma, I really don't see him changing for the better.
no, I can't either. And I can't see
No.
him changing better, like for the better anyway. Like I feel like it's one of those things, I was watching a K drama and there was this villainous character all the way through, and then at the end they like tried like a redemption arc for them, and I just didn't buy it. Like, I was at the very end I was kind of okay with it, but I actually had zero fucks to give. Like, I did not care like about this person whatsoever. I'm not really sure what their intention was, but I just did
Mhm.
not care. And I feel like if they try and redemption arc him, I'm really not going to buy it. And I'm just going to be like, no, set fire to him, please.
And I really, I really can't see where the story is going, to be honest, with the father.
Yeah, not
With
me neither.
how it's going to be like. I don't feel I don't know if I'll feel satisfied if we find out what the story with the mom is, and like, can that whatever happened there justify the way he
I
treats
don't
his
think
son
so.
and the things that he
I
said
honestly don't think so. Because how do you
and the way
blame a
he
kid?
behaves?
Do you know what I mean? How do you blame an innocent child? And let's face it, like
Yeah,
even if it's something stupid, like she was going to pick him up from school, or like they were in a car accident together and he survived and she didn't, or because that seems to be like a common story arc in
mhm,
these sorts of shows where
mhm.
that's why the father has a problem or whatever. It like that. How is that like a legitimate reason to treat your child like this? Like, it's not. And like, if you truly loved that person, like if that person meant enough to you that like they left for whatever reason, like died or whatever, like, isn't wouldn't you want to do everything you could to, like, she loved her son. It's very clear in the scenes in that we've got. I mean, like,
Yeah.
obviously it's very brief, but like obviously she loved her son, right? So not only did she love this person that you're being horrible to, but he's also part of her. Like, he's like the living embodiment of like her. Now, why wouldn't you do everything you could to make that person happy? I do not understand.
So how can the story end with in regards to him? Like, will he die or something? What will happen?
I don't know. Like, honestly, I feel like in terms of like if someone has to get murdered or something, best case scenario that is that it's the father. Except that then leaves Kang with unresolved issues. Although at least he has expressed his frustrations of his father, but he like he can't resolve them. So I don't know. But I'd rather it was him than
Mm.
grandma. That's just like where I'm putting it.
But she's too good. Like, she's too good to survive. Like, at this
I
point, I feel
know,
like
right? She's just like, I'm like, stop murdering grandma.
stop
I
being
want her
so
to stay.
perfect.
I want her to stay. They need her. I feel like if they did something to the father and grandma was alive, I feel like Ken could get to the place where he's like, I'm okay. I've got my grandma. Like,
Yeah.
my grandma and Salom, they're both here for me. I'm okay. I don't need anything else.
I feel like we will have more to say. I will have more to say about the flashbacks that he had when during after his dad told him or hit
Yeah,
him
I definitely need to rewatch
during the
this
critical
scene again.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was shocked.
yeah,
I was shocked
it's
that the father slapped him, and I was just like, I
why
couldn't,
you
I
so
couldn't
shocked,
believe,
really?
I couldn't believe that the father slapped him. Actually, considering how like, all about image he is. Like him saying to him, "Let's not talk about this now," is like
Yeah.
his way of not making a scene in public, and then he goes ahead and like just slaps him. What we need now is like a reporter who like who recorded it and like puts it all over the television. I'm like, instant karma, baby. Well, that was fun.
At least for us it was.
If you made it to the end, I'm not sure if we should apologize or congratulate you.
But thanks again for spending your time with us.
Please check out our Twitter and Tumblr at Critically OBS for all future posting schedules.
Bye for now. I'm Mirella.
And I'm Zoe, and we'll see you next time.